Mami, tú me gusta un tro. Mami,
Hello together, I'm here with the master, JosLyon from Parent Time with Jos. I think you should already know him. So today we have a little bit different format. So today we will learn a little bit more about Jos and his journey as a dancer as well. We'll learn a little bit more about him privately.
Thank you so much, Manuel, for bringing me here and making this interview happen.
Let's find out a little bit more about him in the next 5 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
So, the first question I have for you is, number one, can you still remember the first time you heard a bachata song? Which one that was and how it made you feel? What was your connection to it?
Wow. That brings a lot of memories from so much past. So I can remember the first bachata song I heard. It was this mix of DJ Tronky, and I remember the song was Dusk Till Dawn, the bachata version of it, Dusk Till Dawn. And I remember I could always listen to it with my small phone, with my earphones. I could always, in my bus going to school, I could always listen to the song. It gave me a positive vibe.
That's a very soft one, right? That's a sensual one,
It's a very sensual one. I love sensual bachata, and I think that one was one of the songs that made me like feel so good and enjoy the bachata. Yeah, and explore more about bachata music too and the dancing.
Yeah, the music always comes first, right? The music we like the most likely we tend to favorite this music or this dance.
Every time when you hear the music that you like, it kind of, I don't know what it does to your body, and then you kind of just feel it and goes on the dancing and that.
Exactly. Second question, can you share with us a little bit the development from when you heard the first DJ Tronky song till now, where you are an uprising artist, you're an instructor in Nairobi, Kenya. So what was the development?
You mean the development of the song or the journey to
the journey for you as a dancer and an instructor?
Okay, so from those stories, as I got interested with the bachata music. I was always finding it so soft, and then I could dance through my dance. I could express those feelings and those emotions through the bachata music, and so it made me want to learn more about the bachata music. Okay. Then I was taught by different instructors. I remember then from my student on my first year. Then I got interested. There was a club in KU called a Salsabachata. Okay. Then I joined there, and the guys were introduced us to salsa, kizomba, and then bachata. And because I couldn't continue with my school at that time, then I dropped out. And then from home, then I started doing my practice too. I started going to these socials in town and meeting people. So that's how I started my journey in bachata dance. Since I started watching more videos on YouTube. I started watching a lot of videos from Daniel Udisari, a lot of videos from Machata Narmana, all these bachata gurus all over the world. And DJ Tronky was one of my best at that time. I remember even messaging him in Facebook. He could respond to my message. I told him how I love his songs. I did my first bachata dance video with a girl called Christine. And then I sent DJ Tronky the video, and he was like, "Hey, that's good. I will keep on continue like that. One day, make something good." And then I was asking him, "Can you post my video in one of your videos that you post?" And he was like, "I'm not the one who posts. It goes through my people of him." And then I continued with the journey, and I kept on making that progress, making a lot of practice, and so that's how I've developed in bachata music and my dance so far.
And actually that's the cool thing about bachata music, right? It's already famous, but it's not like super big. Like let's say you would, I don't know, just contact any like DJ, right? You would never respond most likely, but the bachata scene is still like small, so even you were like not that advanced as you are now, they responded to you. Or the challenges we did with Parent Time with Jos, we did the music from John Soriano, the Dominican, and he like shared it, he replied, he gave some feedback. I think this is a great thing.
It's a great thing, and I think bachata does lovers have this one common unity, and they always share the vibe. They're always there for each other. And even the quarantine with Jos project that I'm doing now, just for people to practice at home and dance at home. I remember we have used this John Soriano. He's a very, very lovely bachata music singer from Dominica, and I'm happy on how he responding to our videos and how he's even resharing our posts. Thank you so much, JosLyon.
If he's listening, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. And the second thing you mentioned is that you also came to Salsabachata Kizomba through this university, right?
Yeah.
And I had really I would say the honor to participate in the graduation or join the graduations, which was really a ceremony and a big party, right? And then there are so many young salsa, bachata, kizomba dancers. There's really a great pipeline of future dancers. And when I looked at it, it was crazy, like 200 people I've never seen before in the Nairobi social dance scene. But there's so much coming up and there's so great projects. So I really think that this is a really good thing from the Nairobi scene, that they have these kind of a little bit apart from the scene, but these, I would say, future bachata pros or salsa kizomba pros coming from the university. Really great.
Yeah, and it's a really wonderful thing that the Latin dance teachers who are there at the universities, they are doing a great thing. I mean, in Kenya now, I can say that we have a bigger vibe in this Latin. A lot of big numbers coming up from the universities itself. We have a lot of students who are like still learning, and even outside here, we have a lot of people, married or youngsters or whoever. We have a lot of the scene is really growing up in a very good way, and I'm so happy how people are like coming up together and bringing this love together as Latin dancers in Kenya.
So you already mentioned the magic words before, salsa and kizomba. So how does it come that you are like your heart is really with bachata, and how is your relationship to the other styles of dances?
So first of all, my relationship with other dances you just mentioned, it's so broad, because I love dancing kizomba, I love dancing salsa, I love dancing the merengue and so on.
Nice.
Yeah, and so bachata is one interesting music and dance that I fall in love with it from the first time. The music alone and the dance on how I could express my feelings, how I could express anything through the lyrics. I just find it so deep and how I feel it. And that's how I'm so much into bachata, and I focus myself and my dance in bachata.
Cool. Sometimes we can't even find the words, right? We just have a preference and we feel it.
Yeah.
We can't even put it in words. Yeah. So bachata, there are so many sub-genres of bachata, right? Which one is your favorite?
I have a dozen of my favorites, but on top, Daniel and Gisari and Ataka and Alamana will be there.
Okay.
Yeah, and then others will follow.
So there we have the central part, right?
Yeah,
we have the Moderna part.
Yeah, because I do most of the, I like mix, I do some sensual and I do some Dominican. It's just bachata in general.
Cool.
Yeah, and that's how like through passion and how I love bachata, I want to even like make awareness here in Kenya. We have like a small group of people who are like already getting into bachata. A lot of people, of course, know kizomba, know the salsa, but I want to bring the love to make people see how bachata is and to make it grow in our community.
Great.
Yeah.
You're doing a great job already.
Thank you.
So now we're also curious to learn a little bit about you as a non-dancer. What do you do in life when you're not dancing?
So when I'm not dancing, out there I'm a Jos who is more into reading books.
Yeah.
I'm into model, and I'm doing my small projects in acting industry.
Okay.
Like I'm making like some short films.
Yeah.
Yeah. So out there I'm another actor in another industry.
So there's also like the same, like it's about expression, right?
Yeah, it's about expression
artist.
through the community, what's going on, but you express it through some acting.
Okay. And you're a student, right?
Yeah, so I'm still a student in Kenyatta University.
Yeah.
I'm doing a Bachelor of Education, and also outside here I've completed my Master in Digital Marketing, and so I'm still like continuing with my education as well as I'm dancing too.
Okay, that's very impressive. So that you like really dedicate yourself so much to the dancing, and then you still have your, I would say, your main job as a student.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. So share with us a little bit about your current dance projects you have now in this time of Corona especially.
So one of my projects, of course, is in this time. I call it hashtag quarantine with Jos. So it's a project that I really want like to still make our students or our friends or our dancers who are there at home and they can't get out there to still do something at their home, to still like continue learning and continue having fun at their home. We know people are going through a lot at these times, but we want to make people smile too at their homes at this difficult time through dance, and that's why we are sharing these videos for our time reaches. Maybe it reaches you and you are learning something too.
And I'm a witness, right? I'm like very close, and I'm always like benefiting from it. And it's a really cool program. We have nice tutorials from him. We have challenges, right? And these challenges are very challenging but very rewarding as well. So do them, practice, and have fun.
Thank you so much.
In which direction do you want to develop yourself in the future? What are your plans as a dancer for the next, let's say, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years?
So I'm a kind of person who really like believes in what I have in my mind for the time in present.
Yeah.
And so so this is what I want to do, or I believe. Like in my current present, I still want to push this bachata in our community in Kenya and to make awareness of it. I want more people to learn about it who are interested in learning the bachata. So one of my really big goals is to increase the awareness of bachata music, increase the awareness of the dancing itself.
Okay.
And I want to even pass the love not just in Nairobi but in different parts in our country Kenya, and also in our neighboring countries in East Africa. I love Gladys from Tanzania. We have already done some projects with her. We have shared some bachata in Tanzania already, and we are looking forward on even passing the love in some countries in Africa and broadly too.
So Africa, be prepared for JosLyon.
Yeah.
I'm now here 3 months in the scene. I already love it, and I would be really interested in how you see the scene, what you like about the dancing in Nairobi, and then also the second thought, where you would like to that the scene develops itself in the future.
So one of the things how I like the scene in Nairobi is that Nairobi in Latin dance lovers, and one thing I love about them, they are always have this thing of doing things together, like in the socials or in the events event organizers are organizing. People always show up with love, and the group is growing in a way that is so amazing, with a very wonderful vibe, of which is so much interesting. Yeah, and we are always there for each other, for any help a dancer may need. Our community always comes up together with these projects to help, or help care and everything. So yeah, Latin dance lovers in Kenya, I love it because they are one in general, and it's a lovely thing from my perspective.
Great. And where would you see, like in the future, where do you see still room for improvement?
Yeah. So actually, I see a big room for improvement in future.
Yeah.
I see Kenya hosting even like big event festivals internationally. We have like on 2 years ago, Kenya did an amazing festival already. Like it was so international. Love to Mutati. So, and we have also had like different festivals like Morabeza, Kizomba, we have called Kizuri Festival, we have the Sensasao, and it's so far it's a big thing already. People are showing love from outside our country and coming in to support these festivals, of which it gives us this broad picture of how we see Latin dance growing in Kenya. We are doing big things, and I believe big things are coming. Even in bachata sites, I still have like good projects, partnership with other good bachata instructors from out there who are like sharing the love too. We wanna bring something good in bachata, like a big event in bachata, and yeah. So in future, I see big things, and I hope you're doing good. Yeah.
And I just can add to it. Like I came here 3 months ago from abroad, and people asked me how is dancing in Nairobi, and I said, come here, it's great. And I think the greater thing is that even it's a bigger or emerging scene, or it's getting bigger, that the SBK, Salsa, Bachata, Kizomba is still, I would say, going well together. It's not that you have this great segregation yet, but it's really together. And with that, you have an exposure to the different styles, different genres, and then you learn also from the different styles. That I personally think one of the best things, of course, aside from the very welcoming and warm people.
It's an amazing thing, and we really looking forward and hoping that we will continue to have that oneness and that one love to continue and push this SBK, Salsa, Bachata, Kizomba dances, Afro-Latin dance in Kenya.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, the most interesting question at the end. The best comes at the end.
Okay.
What was your worst or weirdest or most awkward situation on the social dance floor?
Wow. So my worst thing that ever happened to me on the dance floor, it was when I was starting my dance joining in this social place in Pika. It's when I asked a girl in the floor to dance, and then as we were dancing some salsa, she really like let me off and said, I don't know what you're doing, and left me there, and she went to another dancer.
Oh wow! Yeah. I mean that's more or less that's terrible.
Maybe I understand. Maybe because I was a beginner, maybe she didn't love the way I was maybe dancing it out the basics already. Yeah, but since that time I've practiced a lot. I've made my dance to become good in a way. Yeah. And through that experience, I can imagine it's not just me alone who undergo that. So in my dancing, all the people I always meet, or the people I always teach, I always tell them about this thing on the dance floor. You whoever you dance with, whether it's a beginner or intermediate, it's always good for you to dance in a good way, understand the person you're dancing with, and you don't have to ignore someone because it's not or she is not a good dancer. So even on the socials, everywhere, I always love to dance with everyone, more so even the people who are like beginners or who are like new, just to make them feel how this thing is good.
I think this is also the responsibility of the, I would say, more advanced dancers to take care of the babies.
Of the babies and not make the babies feel bad.
Die and then they leave the scene.
So it's a thing I think more people will kind of change to.
And I think rejection is part of the journey, part of the progress, right? If you have never been rejected in your life and also dance life, then you haven't danced enough, right? It's part of the journey.
Part of the journey.
Cool. And now when we look at you now, I'm pretty sure this girl would not reject you now anymore.
Oh, she can. I've even had some of the guys who were like teaching me when I was starting, or some were ignoring me. They always now come on the dance, and it's always a good thing to dance with them, you know?
Great.
Yeah, with everyone.
So make sure you catch him next time on the social dance floor, whenever we are able to dance again. Until then, enjoy Quarantine with Jos.
Thank you,
Jos.
Thank you, Manuel,
for sharing your insights, and see you soon. Bye bye.
Be safe, stay home.
Mami, yo te quiero un tro.